Alright, so yesterday we started talking about quadrilaterals. What were the quadrilaterals that we talked about?
Squares.
Okay, what was the first one we talked about? Parallelogram. And what makes a parallelogram a parallelogram? Opposite sides are parallel. So those two and those two be parallel. Okay. Is this a square? Or a rectangle? Or a rhombus?
Yes.
No. Squares, rectangles, and rhombi, that's plural for rhombuses. They are all parallelograms, but are all parallelograms squares, rectangles, and rhombi? No. So this is not a rhombus because this side is not as long as this side. This is a parallelogram that's none of those three. Okay, what makes a rectangle a rectangle? Four congruent angles or four congruent right angles. Okay. Is a square a rectangle? Yes. Is a rectangle a square? No. Hey, you guys got it right. Congrats. A square is a rectangle because does a square have four 90-degree angles? Yes. A rectangle, is it a square? No, because it doesn't necessarily have equal sides. Okay, rhombus is
all the sides are equal.
Equal sides. This is equal angles, rectangle.
What the heck?
This is equal
Why
sides.
is the one at the top?
Parallelogram. Rectangle, rhombus. Okay, and what makes a square a square?
All the lengths and angles
same side lengths and all the same angles.
All same sides, all same angles. It's like a rectangle and a rhombus combined.
It's regular.
It's rectangle, rhombus had a baby. Okay, so these are three types of parallelograms. But a parallelogram doesn't have to be any of these three. It could be one of these, which is none of those three. All right. Now, what were our two not parallelogram things? Let's start with the trapezoid. What makes a trapezoid a trapezoid?
So it's two of the angles, or two of the lines are parallel, the others aren't.
Okay, one pair of parallel lines. One of them on the homework looked like that, right? It's going up and down. Okay, the parallel sides are called faces, and the not parallel sides are called legs. And if the legs are congruent, they're called isosceles trapezoid. So this is an isosceles maybe, and this one is not isosceles. Okay. Oh, yes, and kite. What makes a kite a kite?
None of them are
The
parallel.
two top sides are equal and the two bottom sides.
Okay, it's called consecutive sides. They have two pairs of congruent consecutive sides. So like those two are congruent and these two are congruent. These angles, I think we need to know this, are going to be congruent. These two are not. It's because if you draw a triangle here, the triangles are congruent. So these two are the same, but these two are going to be the same, and these two are the same, but these are not the same as these. Anyways, so many things. Did I miss anything? Okay, so today we're talking about properties of a parallelogram. A little bit easy, but there's 5 of them. See if you guys can guess what they are. You might be able to guess 4 of them.
It's a closed. It's a closed shape.
No. Like what's something, if we have a parallelogram, we know has to be true about it. What do you think? Okay, opposite sides
Equals 360.
parallel.
Equals 360.
Okay, angles add up to 360. I'm not going to put that. That's not unique to
Opposite angles
parallels.
are congruent.
Parallelograms. Okay, opposite angles are congruent.
Two.
We talked a little bit about this yesterday. Opposite angles are congruent. If you draw a diagonal, you can prove that using parallel lines, these angles have to be the same, and
Has legs and bases.
so you can prove this. Okay, anything else you think might be true?
Legs and bases. I don't know, has legs and bases.
No, that's a trapezoid. Okay.
Has 4 sides.
What do you think we know about the sides?
They're the same length, or the opposite sides are the same length.
Opposite sides are congruent. Okay, we got 2 more facts. Okay, we talked about I think I mentioned this yesterday.
4 sides.
Exterior angles? Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, corresponding, or alternate interior angles add up to 180.
No. Shh, girls. Consecutive angles. Because remember on parallel lines, same side interior angles are supplementary. So it's consecutive angles. Which is not opposite. There's opposite angles and consecutive angles. Consecutive just means like they're in a row. Some books actually do call these adjacent angles, which is confusing because this is like adjacent angles and that's not the same thing as that. So consecutive is better actually. Anyway, consecutive angles are supplementary, which means they add up to 180. Okay, there's one more fact, and you guys won't be able to guess this one probably. So, because it's not even in the picture right now. No. Okay, when you draw diagonals, okay.
Oh, all 4 of the triangles are congruent.
No. Are those diagonals, do you think they'll be congruent?
Yeah.
No. These 2 are farther away than these 2. If I make a really exaggerated parallelogram, like really slanty, see how far this is and how far this is? Okay, this is a lot farther than that. So they're not congruent, but yeah, the triangles that are created like these are congruent. So it turns out that they bisect each other, which means this one is cut in half and this one is cut in half. So these 2 half segments are congruent and these 2 half segments are congruent. Kind of looks like the Confederate flag. So the last fact is diagonals bisect each other. Probably would have never guessed that one. Alright, those are the 5 that we know.
Are we supposed to write these down?
You might.
Can I take a picture after?
Man. Really? If you can, just write it down. Okay, or it's in your book on some page. Some page after 252. But we're going to do a worksheet here.
I'll write it on the worksheet.
It's a little bit easy because the book tried to make it hard and they were doing a little too much.
Guess who I saw at the gym yesterday? It was a student of yours that wanted to go to. Hey, let's still get to.
No, I'm making out first.
It was Brit.
Oh, yeah.
It was so random.
Eli.
Brit?
Loud and credit noises are annoying.
We're playing the 19th.
just go to the store.
We need to have fun with the 8th graders next year. They are loud.
Rug up.
I know. No, I don't want to. Oh my god.
It was so random. I guess he moved back.
I have photographic memory.
Nobody asked.
Picture.
Fire.
I have photographic memory in my head. I can cry myself.
What's that?
every night.
Oh, I like this aesthetic. Right.
Eli, I just said loud repetitive noises are annoying.
Because
Stop.
what you're already saying is
What if it's not repetitive, it's just one line?
Huh?
What if it's just,
Still annoying, just not as bad.
whenever you do something like,
Just making noises. The older you get, the grumpier I get with noises. Number 1. Angle R has to be what?
135.
135.
Yes, opposite angles are congruent. Yes. Number 3, how do we find angle B?
80.
No,
360.
no.
Oh, you have to, shoot,
Okay.
what am I saying?
Cons-
Be like,
Basically, 180
that.
minus 80 is
Yes.
equal to.
2 consecutive angles next to each other, have to add up to 180. So 180 minus 80.
Yeah.
Number 5,
23.
opposite sides are congruent, 23.
Oh, this is really beautiful.
Number 7, if RT is 19.8, how can we find RP?
times 2.
Yes, the diagonals bisect each other, so RP is going to be twice as long as RT.
39.6.
Just as you might guess. Okay, number 9, KM. The diagonal KM is 23.4. How could we find YM? Divide by 2, or times a half.
11.7.
What was number 7?
Nobody knows.
30?
What do you do if there's two numbers? Like, you said 9 multiplied by 2.
No. Okay, they said KM is 23.4. Yeah. Yeah, 10 might fool you guys. 8 and 10.
Yeah, 8 and 10 fools.
What do we know about 52? On number 8, what do we know about 52 degrees, the question mark, and 60 degrees?
Number 1 now.
They equal to 180.
Yes. On number 8, 52 degrees, the question mark, and 60 degrees
So minus 52.
have to add up to 180. It's kind of like number 3, but
You
they
just add 52 to 60 and then.
They drew an extra line. Okay, number 11. What do we know about angle Z and angle Y? They add up to 180, right? Consecutive angles add up to 180. So it's 11x minus 10 plus 80. They should add up to 180. So how can we solve this?
Subtract or
Negative 10 plus 80 is just, 70. So what should I do?
Subtract that.
Oops.
divide that.
What's 110 divided by 11? Yeah. Drops
We're
to
just finding
0.
X, right?
On this section, yeah, but not on the next section, no.
What do you do if it's like on the side of it?
All right. 13, what do we know about those two angles? U and V, they also have 40.
Is the answer 10?
For 13?
Yeah, I just said in my head in like 4 seconds.
1 no, it's not right.
It is, isn't it?
No, it's 1. Wait.
It is.
For number
No,
what?
Did you say 1?
no, I forgot it was 15, so I thought it was 5. Or, wait, I don't know.
Oh, I was saying they were equal, so yeah, it might be 10 actually.
Yeah, no, I'm confused.
clean up the left side. 9x plus 6x goes together. And 15 and 15 add together. Surprise, surprise, we got 2 in a row. My computer's not. It is lagging. Alright, gosh, this is a silly one. What do we know about 15, those two sides? They're equal.
X equals
That's
6.
really
You guys are geniuses.
Thank you.
I almost said 7, but I was like, no, it has to be 6.
That took a lot of brain power there.
Yeah.
Okay, this one might actually fool you. Maybe. UH is 19. FH is 5x minus 7.
5x minus 7 is equal to 19 times 1/2.
No, wait, isn't it just like 19
Four.
equals 5x minus 7?
No.
No.
5x minus 7
2 times 19.
divided by 2 is equal to 19.
Yeah, 19 times 2
Or times 1/2.
equals 5x minus 7.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, since 19 only goes halfway, if you multiply it by 2,
Oh, I thought it said FU. Oh,
What?
Whoa.
I didn't say that.
okay, if,
Oh,
shh, hush, if you do 19 times 2, that should equal the full diagonal, right?
Yes.
So 5x minus 7
Minus 38 are equal.
is, yeah, 19 times 2, 30.
No, why is this not right?
This math is not mathing.
I know.
Clayton's on a roll.
It should be perfect, and it's not perfect anymore.
That is just gonna make it on the screen.
I'll press up. That is fine. I just didn't do
What?
that.
Wait, how did your math math?
I can put minus the 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any fractions on this page.
Oh,
Can one of them be a negative?
I'm going 19 plus 19 is 36. I don't know what I was doing.
Hmm?
Can one be a negative?
Oh, x could be negative, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure that it is, but it's possible. Sometimes it is. 19, so it's kind of the same thing except for we're not just supposed to find x, we're supposed to find
The line.
RQ in this case. So what do we know about PS and QR?
Don't we do the same thing, just plug it in again?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do we know about PS and QR?
Equal each other.
They're equal to each other. So,
2 plus 3 equals negative 1 plus 4.
alright. Algebra geniuses, what do I do?
So,
We make x.
No, you got this
you
one
can
wrong.
add now.
What do I do with the x's?
Oh, that you can just subtract 3, and then it's 1. So it's negative 1 plus 1.
So, yeah, we can add the 1. So x is,
4.
okay, and don't forget that's not the answer. How do I find the answer now?
You just plug it in for one of the sides.
Plug in 4 for one of the
Use
sides.
the bottom one too.
Now, they should be the same, right? So it doesn't matter, but 3 times 4 plus 3.
15.
So the final answer is.
Wait, what?
Okay, 21, looks kind of like 17. Let's see if it is. TE is blah, blah, blah. EV is blah, blah, blah. What do we know about TE and EV?
They're equal together.
They're the same. So it's not like 17, it's actually just equal to each other. So 4 plus 2x equals 4x minus 4.
Oh.
22, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on, but it's basically the same as number 8.
Where are those angles going?
It's like number 8. If you look at number 8,
Which corners are they in?
the bottom left corners.
So, so is that 125?
These two angles.
Is that the right angle?
Yeah, 125 is angle T, just like it looks, and then 2x plus 14 is in this angle. What's the other one say? 2x minus 7. They're in those corners. Okay, I didn't do my algebra on this one, so go back and finish it.
I guess 2.
You think it's 2?
Yeah.
What's for the entire thing?
No, the entire thing, I think is.
Yeah.
He's saying x is 2, but it's...
No, X is
No, I
two.
meant like the answer, because TE is half. Or wait.
Ooh,
What?
silly man.
What?
Okay, so if you plug in 4 for TE,
But you could do 2 times 4 is 8, 8 plus
4 times 4 is 16, minus 4 is 12. So if TE is 12, then how long is the entire diagonal going to be?
6. Wait.
We're
No,
only
24.
looking for TE.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I thought we were
But.
going to say the whole thing. Yeah, never mind. We're only doing TE.
You're so silly.
They should have asked the whole thing. That would have been more interesting. Yeah.
Is 12? I'm about to say the answer.
They're just equal each other. Oh, because it's weird. Yeah.
Yes, 0.